Now let us be honest with each other and stop fooling each other. Most of our generation is weak. They don't control their desires, but their desires control them. They've been misled about what truly matters, taught the wrong beliefs, fed the wrong information, followed the wrong friends, and told to follow their hearts. In reality, they are only listening to the whispers of Shaytan. This problem has grown to the point where most people can't trust their minds anymore because it has led them down a path of darkness. That's why today, I am going to equip you with 6 habits that will, inshallah, help you regain control over your life. Point number 1, cut the noise. When was the last time you locked your phone away and listened to what your mind had to say for a few days? When was the last time you sat in silence for an hour, organized your thoughts, and defined your beliefs? I would say that most of you haven't. The constant barrage of notifications, messages, and information overload keeps our minds constantly distracted. What I want you to do after watching this video is to turn off your phone or computer completely. Disconnect from social media, from news sites, from everything that keeps you glued to your screen. Then, I want you to grab a notebook or a piece of paper and a pen. I want you to find a quiet, preferably empty place, and just think. Don't daydream. Think. Reflect on your life, your actions, and your intentions. Don't leave that place until you have finished writing in detail about your current situation, your current feelings, your relationship with Allah, and then acknowledge where you will end up if you don't change your actions. Write down your thoughts, your fears, your hopes. This exercise will help you to clear your mind and understand your true priorities. Point number 2, depend on Allah. In the story of the Prophet Ibrahim, when he was thrown into the fire, it is narrated that Jibril came to him and said, "Do you need anything?" He replied, "No, not from you, but from Allah. He is sufficient for me, and He is the best disposer of affairs." So the fire became cool and peaceful for him. It is known that Jibril could have extinguished the fire with the tip of his wing, but Ibrahim's heart was not attached to any creature for the sake of seeking benefit or pushing harm away. This story teaches us that we should only seek help from Allah because He is the creator of good and evil, and He will always be on your side. In our daily lives, we often rely too much on other people or material things. We believe that our happiness and success depend on them. But the truth is, only Allah has control over everything. When you truly internalize this belief, it will liberate you from unnecessary worries and fears. When faced with difficulties, turn to Allah. Pray, make dua, and trust that He will provide a way out. Remember the story of Yunus as when he was swallowed by the whale. In the darkest of places, with seemingly no hope, he turned to Allah and made a sincere dua. "There is no deity except you. Exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers." Allah heard his plea and rescued him. This is a reminder that no matter how dire your situation seems, Allah is always there to help you. Trust in Him, depend on Him, and He will guide you through. Number 3, leave your bad friends. Most of you will want to skip this section because you think it's common sense. But please listen to this ayat from the Quran. Close friends will be enemies to one another on that day, except the righteous. Having bad friends is one of the worst things that you can do for your deen, because they will chip away at your armor day by day and week by week, until finally it's time for them to go all in and bring you down. The influence of friends is powerful. They shape your thoughts, your behaviors, and your values. If you surround yourself with people who indulge in sinful activities, who neglect their prayers, who disregard the teachings of Islam, you will inevitably be affected. Their habits will slowly become your habits. Their outlook will influence yours. The only thing you can do after preaching the truth to them is to simply ask Allah to help them and completely cut them out of your life. It may be difficult, especially if you've known them for a long time, but your deen and your relationship with Allah are more important. Seek out righteous companions, those who remind you of Allah, who encourage you to do good, who are sincere and supportive. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "A man follows the religion of his friend, so each one should consider whom he makes his friend." Good friends will strengthen your faith, help you stay on the right path, and support you in times of need. Number 4, make a list of non-negotiables. These are the values that you refuse to compromise or settle for. They are the standard. Every time you slip or make a mistake, come back to this list and just follow it. This list will define you, what you believe, what you do, and how you do certain things. So you have to be wise when you put things on that list. And I think the first thing on that list should be following your deen and increasing knowledge in it. Break it down and prioritize the things that you are lacking in. For example, listening to your parents and respecting them, not missing your prayers, not swearing, or never listening to music. Just prioritize the things that you lack in. However, don't make the list so long that it ends up becoming overwhelming, and then you will never end up doing what's on that list. Start with a few key principles and gradually add more as you become consistent in following them. Your non-negotiables should act as your moral compass, guiding you in your daily actions and decisions. They should remind you of your goals and your commitment to live a righteous life. Revisit this list regularly, reflect on your progress, and make adjustments if necessary. Number 5, take responsibility for everything in your life. Taking responsibility for 100% of the actions in your life can be hard, but it is necessary, especially for men. Imagine what would have happened if the Sahaba had not taken responsibility for their actions and their deen. Then you might have never heard of Islam. Imagine if we had not taken responsibility for our sins and mistakes. Then we would never want to correct and fix them, and we would never learn. That is why we need responsibility. When we become responsible for everything, we start to see most of the problems with solutions next to them. Then we just need to act and fix them. This is how Allah saw that the human race was lost without worshiping Him. So He started sending prophet after prophet, na'i after na'i, all with the same message until the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi, came with it to us and took the responsibility to teach us about our passion. Owning your actions, both good and bad, is crucial for personal growth. When you take responsibility, you gain the power to change your circumstances. Blaming others or making excuses only keeps you stuck in the same place. Reflect on your actions, acknowledge your mistakes, seek forgiveness, and make a sincere effort to improve. This process will help you become a better person and a better Muslim. Point number 6, remember the goal of your existence. I'm sure you've heard the words, follow your passion, or listen to your heart. What most people mean by this is usually something for the dunya, which is completely wrong. You will find them saying that my passion is to play football or become a millionaire, for example. And many will say that you are born with a purpose that you must fulfill. I think you understand what I mean now. So let's see what Allah has to say about this. I did not create jinn and humans except to worship me. We have this primal desire within us that tells us that there is an ultimate goal that we must pursue, which is to worship our Creator. The kuffar also have this feeling, but they are too arrogant to listen to the truth. So they try to make up these false goals and gods that will never come close to the truth. I guarantee you 100% that once you truly believe this, all the negative feelings will go away, and you will feel peace because you are always safe with Allah. Understanding and accepting that your primary purpose in life is to worship Allah gives you clarity and direction. It simplifies your decision-making process and helps you prioritize what truly matters. So now that you know how to take back control of your life, make sure you work with all the steps I have given you immediately after this video so that it has a real impact on your life. If you made it to the end, comment, "We have faith," and don't forget to like and subscribe. By following these 6 points, you can begin to regain control over your life and realign your actions with your faith. Remember, the journey to self-improvement and spiritual growth is ongoing. Be patient, stay committed, and always seek Allah's guidance.